Hello, everyone. I'm Rohit Rohila. Today, I'm hanging out with the GYST Podcast crew, also known as Get Your
Shit
Together. And today, we're going to
transform your life.
So today, what I did was I asked my two boys a couple questions. So first off, you're gonna hear from Kyle Reed, and I asked him to talk about his Run 365 streak. You guys have heard me talk about his streak before and how it was kind of my inspiration for doing this with YouTube. So I'm gonna ask him, Kyle, on those days when you just did not feel like doing anything, you were tired, you wanted to sleep, you had an early day the next day, what was it that kept you going?
So many things that prevented me from wanting to execute these tasks. It could have been weather, lack of sleep. One particular instance, I went to a Lakers game in Portland with a coworker of mine after work. I didn't plan to do that. My lack of planning prevented me from executing in the morning before work. I expected to be able to go for a run after work. I didn't. Immediately drove down to Portland, got back, 10, 11 o'clock at night, whatever time it was. All the excuses, all the reasons not to do it. I kind of dug deep, and the inner dialogue was more or less, if you allow yourself not to accomplish this right now, this task, this goal, where else are you taking that same thinking in your life? Where else are you allowing yourself not to accomplish certain things? Where else are you allowing yourself not to meet or exceed your goals? So I had to do it. I had to just put the pedal to the metal, put my head down, and get it done. Thanks again. It's Kyle from the GYST Podcast. And remember, this voice you're hearing right now is definitely the most important one from the podcast.
Thanks a lot, Kyle. Now for this next one, I asked my boy Glenn. Glenn, you were a successful streamer with Sea of Thieves on Mixer, but then Mixer died and you had to move over to Twitch. So what was that experience like for you? When anyone else would have given up, what was it that kept you going?
Hey y'all, Glenn Rux from the GYST Podcast here, also known as Wolfgar01, by the way. Talk about a little bit of a time when Microsoft decided to kill Mixer. I had developed my stream, and I had a good following, a nice following of, I don't know, just gotten up to 100 followers recently, and it was kind of nice. But then they decided to kill Mixer, and I was faced with the problem of starting all over. If I start all over, there's a lot of planning that goes in on this, a lot of stress, a lot of work that I did on the back end. It would have been a lot easier just to give up. Instead, I just jumped right in and said, you know what, I'm gonna have to move to another platform. Let's just go right into Twitch. I could have planned things a little bit. I could have spent more time laying the groundwork, but you know what I said? I've got to get this going or I'm just gonna procrastinate. I'm gonna keep holding things off. It'll never get done. So I just jumped right back into Twitch. I've got a page up now. I've got my own site. We're back up and running. Don't let yourself get held back by waiting, getting everything planned out perfectly. Nothing is ever perfect. Hit the ground running. Catch us on GYSTpodcast.com. Glenn Rux, Wolfgar01. See you later. Thanks for listening. This is the GYST Podcast crew. Glenn Rux, Kyle Reed here.
And if you could do us a huge favor, smash that like button, share and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We'll see you on the next episode of GYST Podcast. And don't forget to check out these videos.